Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Jason. Today, we're going to rank all 32 NHL home jerseys for the 2022-23 season. And we're going to start with last place here. We got the Anaheim Ducks with their home jersey. And for me, it comes down to two things here. The black color, which is just a bit dull. I wish they had the orange as their primary color. And then the actual artistic elements of the jersey. I think the underarm elements, the stripes there are just completely unnecessary. They don't add anything. They actually take away from the beauty of the jersey. And also the shoulder yoke, the orange little line separating the shoulders just isn't good for me. So that's why it is in last place. But I gotta say, it does look a little bit better on the ice, but we are grading just the jersey itself here. All right, then at number 31st, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets. And for me, it just comes down to the color as well as the elements. I don't think a navy color as a primary color is the best. And also just the general looks of this jersey, I'm not a fan of. I don't like how that line goes all the way down to the arms. I just don't like jerseys like that, so it's going to just rank lower. And in general, I'm not a fan of the logo too, so that's going to make it go down a little bit. But on the ice, to me, it looks even worse just because of the pants that are red. For me, it doesn't match, it doesn't fit in. It's just not a good look in my opinion. At number 30, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning with their home jerseys. And to me, it's just too simplistic. It's too basic. You know, it's blue. It's a nice blue color. But those stripes down the arms and on the waist, it's just not enough for me. And the logo just isn't good either. So it's just too basic. And it's kind of like a practice jersey to me. I don't know. Just really simple. Too simple. And at number 29, we have the Washington Capitals home jersey. And I just hope they change it because the design just isn't that great. I did rank it a little bit higher than the ones beforehand just because I like the colors a little bit more. They match a little bit better. And I do prefer the white going down the arms compared to the red going down the arms on their away jersey. So I just think it is a little bit better than the away jersey, but still, it's not a fantastic look for the Capitals, and the logo does bring it down too. And on the ice, it's pretty much the same. The pants don't really add anything. The socks, it doesn't look that great. At number 28, we have the LA Kings, and to me, it's just the fact that it's a black jersey. I think the colors, like they have to add some sort of color, in my opinion, and that comes down to the logo as well. But I think the design of the jersey itself isn't good either. I think the piping around the shoulders and then down the arms just it's good, but it's not a style that I like, and I know a lot of fans also don't like it, so I definitely think they should change something about this jersey, especially the logo. I do think that on the ice it does look a little bit better though, but still on its own, it's going to rank low. Next, at rank 27, it is actually the Philadelphia Flyers. And to me, it does look good. I'm not saying it's a bad jersey. I just think there's a lot of home jerseys that I like more than this one. So that's why it's a bit low. I think the logo really pops on this jersey, which is something that I like. It is a nice jersey, I gotta say. But there are jerseys that are better. And that's why it is so low. But don't be upset. It does look good on the ice. It looks good in person. It's just not, my favorite. And now at 26, we have the Nashville Predators home jersey. And to me, it's just a little bit too basic. They could have done a lot more in terms of adding cool elements to it. That navy on the bottom quarter of the jersey just doesn't add enough detail to it. I think it's a little bit too gold, but that being said, I do like the cleanliness, you could say, of the jersey. I think it looks really sharp on the ice as well. Just in general, this home jersey is good, but it's not great. It's a little bit too much gold as well. Next, we have the Florida Panthers with their new jersey that they came out with in 2016-17. And to me, this one's a little bit better than the away jersey just because it's a little bit more vibrant. The red color, it's a little bit of a different red than all the other reds in the NHL. It's a really bright red. I do like the logo with the white band along the chest. I think it looks good. I like how it didn't wrap around because then it would block the numbers too. So in general, it's a good jersey. It's not great. That's why it's here. And on the ice, it does look pretty good with the rest of the uniform, but just in general on its own, I think it's good to be ranked at 25. And now we move on to the Winnipeg Jets at 24. And to me, this comes down primarily to the color of the jersey. I'm not a fan of this color. I was never a fan of it when they went back into the league. Um, I do like the jersey elements. I think the two stripes on the arms do look good. It's pretty clean jersey, but in general, the colors just aren't really for me. And on the ice, it looks pretty sharp, but again, I would never like buy this on its own. And now it's the Vegas Golden Knights at 23. And I do think it's a nice jersey overall, but I wouldn't make it the home jersey. I think the gold is a little bit too shiny. I'm not a fan of the actual jersey design itself. I do think it looks decent, but I wouldn't say this is a proper home jersey. I do like their old one, which was the charcoal gray. I do like that one better as the home jersey than this one. So that's why it is a little bit low. On the ice, it does look a little bit better though, but I just wouldn't want this as a standalone. And next we do have the Pittsburgh Penguins at rank 22. I do think it looks better than their away jersey. It does rank a little bit low just because I'm not a big fan of this color combination. Personally, I know a lot of people do like it. For me, the gold and black, it's good, but it's not fantastic. Again, there's a lot more jerseys that are better than this one, in my opinion. Although I do think it does look really good, and it is better than the away jersey just because of the black element. And at number 21, it's the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, it is a little bit low, and I get that, but to me, it's a little bit too simplistic. I do like the colors, and it's a really classic look for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but it's just really not my favorite. They could do a lot more with it, with the styling and everything. They could just do a little bit more, so that's why it's a little bit low here. And then at 20, we have the San Jose Sharks. I do really like this new version of the jersey, going back more to the teal of the teal color rather than having a bunch of orange. I know they did recolorize a little bit of the teal. Um, and you could see the logo here is a little bit different than the actual color of the jersey and the logo that's on the new jersey. I like that wave detail on the arms and the waist in the pattern. I do think that's a pretty cool element that they brought. And at number 19, it's the Seattle Kraken. Now, I do like the away jersey a little bit better just because the S on the away jersey does stand out a little bit more. But on the home jersey, it is still pretty vibrant. Not really in this photo, but in this next one here, it does stand out a lot. The colors really pop. So I do like that, but it's just not my favorite. Again, I don't really love how they choose darker hues for their home jersey. I'd rather lighter, more vibrant colors. And up next, it's the Dallas Stars at number 18. And it's a good one. I think the Victor Green does really work. I just wish they had a better logo to actually pair with this jersey. But overall, the jersey is really nice. I would even buy this like on my own just because it's so unique compared to the rest of the NHL. I just wish they had a different logo. But as you could see, I mean, it really pops on the ice compared to other teams. I just wish they had a better logo, really. That's it. And at number 17, we have the Vancouver Canucks. Now, for some reason, I do like the away jersey a little bit better than this one. I think it's just because the green and the blue kind of look a little bit off to me, at least in this photo. Even on the ice, I just think like the blue, darker blue and darker green, it's a tough combination to mix them together. And, on the ice, it does look good. It looks pretty vibrant, but again, it's not the best color combination. But overall, the jersey's pretty good. Other than that, I'd say, it's pretty unique in the NHL, so I like it. At number 16, we have the Ottawa Senators new home jersey, and it looks pretty good. And I know it's a dark one, and I said before that, dark jerseys aren't my favorite, but for me, this one's a little bit different just because how the red really balances it out. I think the red really pops. And if you look on the ice, if you watch Senators games, they just look super, super sharp on the ice. And this is one that I would get in person too. It is a little bit lower down this list because it's a little bit too simple. It's a little bit basic. I wish they had a few more design elements to it. But other than that, it is a nice jersey for sure. At number 15, we have the Carolina Hurricanes. And I guess at number 15, we have the Carolina Hurricanes. And I guess one of my issues with this jersey is that they don't actually have the primary logo on this jersey. And for me, this works way better as their alternate jersey just because it is black. And I wish that they did have a red home jersey. I believe they're going to make a new one, a brand new home jersey next year. I hope that happens. But other than that, it is a really nice jersey. It looks really sharp. I love the charcoal on the shoulders. I think it's just a good design element. Just overall, it's a pretty nice jersey for the Hurricanes. But I wish it was the third and not the home one. Next, we have the Boston Bruins at rank 14. And in general, this is a really classic one. I'm not going to rank it high just because I don't love the colors, but I just think the execution is so good. And the logo is really nice up front too. So in general, you guys know, I don't love how it's black. I don't love the colors, but I just think the execution is too good to drop it down. Next at 13, we have the New York Islanders. I think the away jersey is just a little bit better because the colors play with each other well. In that one, I think in this one the blue does look good, but there's some weird elements here. Like the color just looks a little bit strange in my opinion. I wish they had more white in the jersey as well. Like maybe push the bands on the waist a little bit upwards. I don't know. There's some weird elements to this jersey, but I love the colors. I think the colors really make it super nice. You can see on the ice, it really pops. The logo, especially, I like it a lot. So that's why it is at 13. At number 12, we have the New Jersey Devils. And I will say that I do kind of like the away jersey a little bit better. But I still think it's such a clean look. I like the all red look. Looks really mean, You definitely tell the Devils mean business when they wear this one. The stripes look pretty good too. And in general, it's just a really clean look without being too boring. It just crosses that line of being clean, but, still not being boring, which I like. And at number 11, we have the Colorado Avalanche. And I love the actual design of the mountain along the waist. I think that's a really cool look. They went back to it. That was more of their original look when they first got the NHL team. So I love that. And I just like the colors. The blue is really vibrant. And you got the deep magenta or burgundy red. I love that color. So it just works really well together. This is an edited photo, but it's still, you could just tell it looks really good. And that fan in the back there wearing the older home jersey, you could definitely tell that one's a little bit worse because the weird Reebok piping, but Adidas did a good job with this one, so that's why it is at number 11. And at number 10, we have the Minnesota Wild. Now, we all know the logo is such a nice logo. It could be on this photo, this rendering here, but I do think the logo is a little bit small. I wish they made it just a little bit bigger. In general, though, I think the design elements are really good. The arms with the red band, that looks really cool. It's a really clean jersey, so I like the colors as well. It is a little bit of a darker jersey, but still the green does make it unique, so that's why it is at 10th place. And at number 9, we have the Calgary Flames with their return to their heritage or classic look here. I think it looks really good. The colors are super vibrant and they work together so well. I know Kachuk is not even on the team anymore, but this is one of the only images I could find for this one. But in general, I think on the ice, it looks really good. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of color combination, this vibrant kind of style in person, like as a jersey alone. But I think on the ice, it does look really good. I like the white flaming sea on the red background. I think that was a really good choice here. And at number 8, we have the Detroit Red Wings. So this obviously is a really classic look. Everyone knows it's Detroit, it's the Red Wings. It's been the same for years and years and years, which is why it's become such an icon. And really, it's just the red, the white, it works really well. And the reason why it is better than Tampa's is because it actually has meaning to it, as heritage. It's not just some weird branding decision like the Tampa Bay Lightning, but this is what they've worn for years and years and years, which is what makes it way better than that Tampa Bay Lightning jersey. Because obviously, if you've been wearing it for so long, you can't change it. And if you add some weird artistic elements, while it might look good, it just, the fans would never accept it and they would probably, be protesting. And then at number 7, we have the Edmonton Oilers with their newer royal blue home jersey. And I do think this one's a real stunner. I mean, the colors work really well together. I like the striping. I like the transitioning. Just in general, looks really good. This is definitely one of their best jerseys in their history that they've ever worn. It just looks so nice. I mean, what can you say about it more than that? I mean, as a standalone jersey, it looks really good. On the ice, it looks really good. At number 6, we have the Buffalo Sabres, and you guys know I really like the Sabres logo. And in general, I love the royal blue and yellow slash gold combination here. I think the color combination is just immaculate, looks so clean. Uh, and the logo is super big, so it really pops. You could see on the prime green how the buffalo stitching is really 3D. I really like that. And in general, it just looks so clean and so good. The colors are really nice too. So that's why it is at number 6. And at number 5, we have the New York Rangers. And I was considering putting this at number 1 or number 2. But then I realized it did use the wordmark logo. And, wordmarks aren't perfect. So I did consider that and I ranked it a little bit lower, but still, it's still fantastic. The colors just work really, really well with each other. It's such a classic design. I think they really executed it well. Um, it just because of the word mark and because of the fact that there's better home jerseys out there, it is at number 5. At number 4, we have the Arizona Coyotes Kachina home jersey, the new version, and it just looks so cool. You could say the colors don't really work or like they just don't match up with each other or it's such a weird design, like why is it so high? But at the same time, it's so unique and it's something you never see in the NHL. Like you never see teams be brave enough to try a design like this. And it's an old design. They did bring it back, but it's a really good one. And I think it's one of the best looks in the National Hockey League. I think this is something that any fan could buy on its own and they would rock it and it would look really good. It just looks great, on the ice, standalone. The design elements are just so cool on this one, so that's why it is really high. And at number 3, we have the St. Louis Blues, and to me, it all comes down to the logo matching up with the rest of the colors of the jersey. I think the way they executed this look is just it's perfect, The execution is fantastic. The color choices are so good. And you'll see in this next photo here, it just works really, really well on the ice. All the colors match up. It all complements each other really, really well. The logo pops super well, even though it is the darker logo that is a little bit worse than the regular blue logo. It still looks really good. It's super good. I was considering moving it up to number 1, but you'll see at number 1, number 2, these jerseys are super classic, and I just couldn't do it. But let's move on. At number 2, we have the Chicago Blackhawks home jersey, and maybe you could tell which one's at number 1, but I had such a hard time deciding which one is number 1, which one is number 2, just because these two next ones are so good. Firstly, with the Chicago Blackhawks, it just looks like the logo, how it pops off the center of the jersey looks really good. The striping, the black and white striping are super iconic. They won a lot of Stanley Cups and had a lot of success with this jersey. You could see Andreas Athanasiou rocking this jersey really well, really shining with it on the ice. Just looks so good. The logo, the colors, the design, it's perfect. And at number 1, you could probably guess it. I know there's a lot of Habs fans out there. Um, yeah, it's number 1. It's number 1. I don't know how you could top this execution. You could top the colors, the history to it. To me, you could always say, okay, the collar doesn't really work. It's really white. It's really blocky. But to me, that kind of stuff like goes over my head. I'm not even thinking about that. Um, it just looks so clean, so nice. It works so well together, everything about it. And just look at this photo. I mean, it looks so good on anyone. And you could just tell at the Bell Center, every Habs fan, at least most of them, are wearing this jersey. No one's wearing the away jersey. Everyone gets the Montreal Canadiens home jersey just because it looks so clean, it's so historic, and it looks so good with the blue band around the chest. Everything about it just works for me, and that's why it's at number 1. It just pops. It's fantastic. And that will conclude this list. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.